So we're talking about cooking and how to be safe. It's the time of the year everyone's spending more time in the kitchen, more time, you know, with your turkeys. What do you got to do to remember to be safe?
Okay, so we set up our little kitchen here. First off, at Cedar Rapids, we always want to talk smoke detectors first. So making sure that everybody has working smoke detectors, making sure there's one in each bedroom, one in the hallway heading to the bedrooms, and then one on each level. So we got our stove set up here at Station 7. And we got some items up here. We never want to have anything flammable.
Yeah, I've seen some safety risks over there.
Yeah, paper towels, no. Leaving anything on the stovetop, and then wooden spoons. Wooden spoons, yep, I know, I do that every once in a while. And then B shift, they always leave a towel on here, so we got to make sure that's off. And then making sure our handles are in. You don't want to be cooking, bump your handle, tips over, grease falls in and catches fire. Then while you're cooking, you want to make sure that while you're cooking that you always stay in, when you're frying especially, you always stay in the kitchen. You don't want to ever leave unattended cooking. Something could boil over, or you get to talking to somebody and then all of a sudden you got a fire and the next thing you know the smoke's coming down. Now if you do have a fire, if it's small, we have over here some baking soda. You can use that to put it out. You sprinkle that on there, and then salt, and make sure you use a lot. It'll take a lot to put it out. If it's still in the container, it's always best to, while you're getting ready to cook, to have your lids that fit your pans on there. Fire in the pan, I come up, I put the lid over the pan, smothering the fire, I turn off the heat source, then you just let it cool off. Just smother the fire, let it cool off, and then you can come back later and clean it up, all right? If it gets outside the cooking area, and it's fairly large, you don't want to be standing here trying to dump salt on it. So if you have a fire extinguisher in your home, you can pull that out using the pass system, pull, aim, squeeze the handle, and sweep. If you're uncomfortable or it's big, the best thing to do is to get everybody out of the house, call 911.
Right.
We'll come in and take care of it. And even if you have a small one and you got it out and you're worried about extension, or you have a lot of smoke in your house, call us up. We can come out, help you get the smoke out, check, and make sure everything's
What happens if you don't have one?
Fire extinguisher, get everybody out, call 911.
And how quickly can a fire from a stove spread?
Oh, Burns, help me out. Fire doubles
about every minute.
About every minute. So something small, especially if the way most homes are where you have counters right up above, gets up in there every minute, it's doubling. Before you know it, your whole kitchen's going. So,
wow.
Yeah, and especially grease and oil fires.
Let's talk about that.
Yep.
Grease and oil fires, best way to put them out.
Okay, so small ones, like I said, really small, baking soda, salt. Bigger ones, fire extinguisher or the fire department, never ever use water on a grease fire, because grease floats on water. So all you're doing is separating it and you're just spreading it.
Yeah.
And it would be nice to show you. It's pretty spectacular. It's spectacular. You ever throw water on a fire, it just spreads it.
Wow. And people are going to be frying turkeys outdoors.
Right.
What do you do to make sure you don't set your house on fire?
Okay, so when that started, we went on several of those. We haven't been on one of those for a while, but most of the time what happens, the first thing you want to do is read your instructions first of all, but use water, put your turkey in there, see the level of oil that you need to have in there, because most of the time it's boiling over that happens. And then never use a frozen turkey. I know that sounds like common sense, but never put a frozen turkey.
What happens?
Well,
or why does it explode the way that it does?
Because it's frozen. It's got ice crystals and it has water on it. So anything that has water, even if you put one in that you haven't patted dry or anything, anytime you put water and oil, they separate. They don't mix. Mm-hmm. So you never want to do that. But it's the boil over that happens, and then most people, they're worried about something, so they put a tarp down or they put a cardboard down,
something,
and then it rolls over onto
flammable.
that. That's catching on fire, and it's colder out, so they're in the garage or and now we got a garage fire.
Yeah.
And so that's usually
Best place to do it is outdoors, away.
Yeah, away from your structure.
From your 1960s deck or
yeah, exactly. And that's any fire.
Yeah.
That's outdoor, just, hey, I want to have people over and I got a little wood fire going. It's always 30 feet is the best. I know in town it's tight, so 15 feet with a cover, keep it small, keep a water source by you, just common sense safety stuff.
Absolutely.